Okay, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create new objects and add them into the game, and also be showing you how to manipulate those objects within the render window. So what I'm going to do is take one of the books that are already in the game, and I'm going to show you a little trick you can use for creating new objects with existing data. So we're going to open up, say for instance, the science book. We're going to change the ID, and what will happen is we'll get a pop-up window asking us if we want to create a new reference or replace the existing. And by selecting a new reference, we will actually have a brand new object, despite the fact that the model is the same. We can change the model at a later time, that's no problem. But for now, we'll be keeping it the same. So once the GECK loads up, I'm going to go down to, where would it be? It'd be under items, book. Just go to skill medicine. So a little trick is as soon as you change the ID, so I'm going to call this one YouTube book, and you hit OK, you get a pop-up here. Now this is very important. If you want to create a brand new object, say for instance you're creating your own book, you want to click yes. If you want to make a mod that replaces the ID of the medical book, then you click no. Generally you won't really be pressing no on things that exist in the game, but if you're making a mod that specifically replaces the ID of the book, which I really don't think anyone really needs to, that option's there for you anyway. So just click yes for now, and you'll see right at the bottom here we have YouTube book. So if we double click this, we'll notice that it is pretty much the exact same apart from the ID being different. So let's just give it a name. I'm going to call this YouTube for Dummies or something. Really doesn't matter. The weight, same weight, value 200, why not? Teachers, you can select weight teachers because it's a book. I'm going to say barter, even though it won't. Well, I mean it will in game, I mean. And then this is the inventory image, and then the model. Now I can't replace any of these because I don't have the models from the game extracted, but if you create a custom book model, you just select edit and then select what it is. But we're not going to do that today. That's more of the advanced stuff we'll get on later. Book text. This is sort of used in Oblivion and Skyrim. You know, when you open the books, there'll be like loads of text. But in this game, since like as soon as you activate the book, it gives you the skill. This wasn't really used, so I believe they just copied what was here and put it here. So that's pretty much it. And that little pop-up that came then, just hit cancel. It's just the dictionary. Alright, so that's pretty much that created there, so keep track of that. I'm now going to go to, let's just say the Bison Steve Hotel. Let's go to this. You won't get this error message, don't worry, I just have will pop up here. You might notice that some of the interior is invisible. We will cover that in a later tutorial. There's this it's like a cell render. It's not really an issue, but there is a way to, you know, have it appear in game. Okay, so here's our book. Just going to put it on the floor. Now if we double click this, we can see it says YouTube book, so we've got the right one in, and there it is in the view. So basic manipulation, holding the left mouse button down and moving it around. Moves it up, down, sorry, left to right, forwards, backwards. But you'll notice you'll be able to move it up and down. To do that, hold Z and drag up and drag down. As you can see, it just went through the floor. By pressing F, that sends it to the nearest floor or nearest object it can collide with. Say, for instance, if we lift this up here and then we go over to this table and we hit F, we can now see it's on the table. By pressing T, we can get a bird's eye view of the object we have selected. Make sure you have an object selected or else something will happen. Rotation's relatively straightforward. Holding the right mouse button and moving, we get it to rotate. Now I've got mine set to snapping of 90, so that's why it's snapping to 90-degree angles. If you don't want it to snap, just simply uncheck this thing here, which means snap to angle, and as you can see, it's smooth. If you want to change the manipulation settings, just right click anywhere on the empty space, go to render window properties, and then go to this movement tab, and here we have reference movement. So this is the object movement basically. So movement speed, I just keep it at 4, unless you want to drag something across really fast. And then you got the option snap to grid, snap to angle. I usually keep these checked, and if we ever uncheck them, I do it from here. So if we set this to, I think the default's 10, let's hit apply, close, and As you can see, it snaps to 10-degree angles instead. Okay, so that's pretty much the basic movement. Another important thing is if you press Control-C for copy, make sure you press Control-Shift-V for paste. That way it pastes it in the exact same space as the object. If you don't, it'll paste it sort of in front of your camera. So sometimes this can be a bit of a problem, so I like to Control-C, then Control-Shift-V, and then just select the object again, and then move it, because trying to paste it in and then move it again, it takes a bit more time. But that's the copy and paste tool. So even if you go to edit, you can see the difference. You've got copy, paste, and paste in place. I always use paste in place. It's just so much faster. And that's pretty much most of the item manipulation, really. There's nothing more to show. So relatively short one. In the next one, we'll be covering character creation. So we'll go through all the tabs there. And once we've got the character creation set up, that's pretty much the hard stuff out of the way, but it's relatively straightforward to follow, so don't worry, I won't go too fast, I won't go too slow, it'll be just the right speed. Alright, so if you like the video, then please like the video, and if you didn't, you can leave a dislike if you want. Any questions, just leave a comment. Thank you.